It's this one. I'm not sighing because I have to get back into this game. I'm sighing because I think this is we need a decisive victory in order to make progress. And against infantry army enemy, that's basically waiting in ambush, and we have mostly vehicles that are 10 times more costly than their infantry squads. And we need about 7 to 1 point advantage to get the victory, so we're looking at mostly, if we take the flags, kill a lot of their infantry, we probably can expect about 700 points, 700 points. So basically, if we lose about 100 points worth of damage and casualties on this mission, we can still win this. If more, it's highly questionable, unless they have some kind of heavier vehicle presence here, which they usually don't. So this is not going to be the type of a thing where I can just play casually and accept casualties. This is a place where even a handful of scout vehicle casualties, couple of infantry kills, maybe damaged vehicles, is enough to make it impossible for us to win this. So this is going to be a lot of loading, which is not fun. I think our plan was to go here with the Southern Army and here. Everything else is taken by the Northern Army. I'm not sure that's a great idea. It's too late to change now. Actually, I think I'd like the command squad to get in. There's nothing all that interesting there to bombard, so... Mm. Right. The enemy might have artillery too, though. That'll cause immobile units, maybe even casualties on the light units. And that's without us getting into the fighting at all. That's pretty bad. We probably don't want to go at any specific target straight on unless we absolutely have to, so try to drive just past them and come at them from their rear. The direct path is always the most defended path, and since we have to keep the casualties at a minimum, I don't think we can afford to go through where the defenses and ambushes are the hardest. What's my goal? I more or less just need to get to a road. Try to spread about a little bit, so I might be able to spot any units that might be staying in ambush locations. I'm spotting something, I'm not quite sure what I'm spotting. Infantry locations all over the place. I'm not sure why. Did the unit that was stationed there move or what? I'm seeing them here too. Shrug. Where exactly are we bombarding? Always bombard on locations where we know the enemy is located. Or clearing a path through areas where we likely have to pass through anyway. Now let's do something else. I want to fish out any ambushes they have here. No real reaction yet. So that means we can probably move pretty much full movement with the most units and not encounter any resistance. We should send something here, but again, it looks like it's the main defensive line for this area. So does it make sense to throw units there? Might be better to just sort of drive units from the rear into the position and defend them. Minimize your casualties. Either way, I need to get off. I need to get to a road. Mobility on these units is terrible off-road. Less action we see here, the better. Want to get into positions where I can monitor these buildings in the hopes that if there's something there, one of these line units will actually spot the enemy before stumbling on them. We also don't want to go through every section of the city. We want to clear a path and go to objectives. Okay, let's try it this way. Press that building a little bit, same with you. Probably doesn't have anything in it. There's definitely something there, though. shit. Oh shit. Double oh shit. That's one vehicle down, and probably multiple vehicles destroyed by the aircraft. And yeah, that's pretty much more cost than we can afford. Someone died. It was an infantry unit. It was a crew from the... Right, the damage is basically the cost of losing these units. So 20 points of damage. We are 20% our way to the maximum limit. And we lost 3 vehicles. Without ever being able to do anything. So, oh no. Maybe we should take a turn and not do much. Because there's clearly aircraft gonna be flying over us. Well, actually not remotely over us. Over the southern moon. So maybe... not move the anti-air machine gun guys. Also need to spread around the units a little bit. That way the bombardment isn't gonna get 3 heavy units in a single firing session. Well, hopefully at least. You also keep the anti-air guys stationary. They probably have the range to react to something. They would have the shots. I don't think they'll hit, but my problem isn't really that the aircraft is gonna come in and cause damage to our guys. My problem is it's gonna come in again and again and again unless I get it damaged a little bit. So you have to move. I think these guys can really shoot at them anyway. Meaning the aircraft. I guess we're going through here. You'll have to kill a few infantry squads to get through. I think that's gonna be the case no matter where we go. Right, these guys. They're going to come through over that hill and strike at us. Maybe spread around a little bit. But not everyone has to move. We want to make sure that only one guy at a time more or less can get hit. Could give the infantry just forget about for this turn. We'll maneuver normally on the next one. Shoot at it, you pieces of shit. I need a point of damage. Single point of 2. There we go. One down. They didn't take out a single vehicle. They disabled one tank as far as I can see. A light tank. Group leader, but it's just damage. Here again they didn't achieve shit. So cost wise we have taken 1 point of damage. Yay for us. These guys won't react to aircraft, that's good to know. It's dedicated anti-air units only. But one of them was literally shot down. The other one could return in a turn or two. Gives us a chance to move properly on this turn. Once we're in the city, we might be well enough protected from the artillery too. I'm not so sure about that, but possibly. Okay, we are definitely entering into territory where the enemy likely has a decent foothold. So, I can suppress them a little bit, especially with the artillery units. There we go. That's the stuff. What is it? I need to see it. It's not suppressed well enough at the moment, though. I'd like another artillery piece to fire on it. I don't think I have the mobility. It's a recoilless rifle. Ah, well, it was a recoilless rifle rather. The recoilless rifle is a bigger problem. Oh fuck. Blindly rushing in is not a good idea. Yeah, but the recoilless rifle, while rerouted, it's still capable of literally just blasting us away. So we need to get rid of it. We need additional casualties in the other units too. But I don't particularly see any fundamental reason I couldn't get that done. We have a lot of units here after all. Also need to keep our distance to each other as long as the threat of artillery bombardment is constant. Okay, we don't expect an aircraft on this turn, so move, move, move. We'd also maybe send some south. The aircraft will probably target the same targets. There's nothing there now. So someone a little bit closer to them might be able to put an end to this situation immediately. It's fairly important that we get a lot of kills, even though it's much more important to keep our own casualties low. But the points we can milk out of these can make a big difference. Also need to be a little bit cautious here. We're starting to trickle forward instead of progress properly forward. Nothing new. I need to recheck the bomb. Where the hell are we bombarding? The call anymore. I don't want to go here because there's no flags there, and I think that's a much more reasonable and likely direction to come from. So reach here, then split north and south. Vast majority of the army has to go north. South, some kind of a half a dozen units at most, because there's the southern armies here to take this, so they can easily lend aid here if necessary. So not too many units anyway. We absolutely need to get the self-propelled artillerists at the front here. They're the key to suppression fire. Good big cannon with a lot of high explosive shots. That's an okay building to fire at. Getting very close to this, so I don't particularly want to fire it there anymore. Likely buildings we have to pass in order to reach our targets. Also, could possibly fire here. I mean, we have known locations for some of their shit. We have a command unit of any kind here. K0, excellent. I think we have a spotter. And so far the units we've seen, or the dug-in holes we've seen, have been recoilless rifle holes. one though, so it doesn't really mean much, but still. There's a chance that the rest are similar at least. They have good artillery. I think they might have done damage here. No. I'm actually surprised this has gone with so well so far. Very surprised. I mean, a couple of infantry ambushes, but minor ambushes. Nothing really. Well, there was the recoilless rifle. It would have killed any unit I had. But this is the more interesting thing. We're pretty much going head on against a flag site that's on a hill. That is terrible. Ooh, there's another one. Oh shit. Well, it doesn't. Yeah, yeah, it sees us. We can save at the end of the turn. We have enough shots, so if it turns out to be a recoilless rifle that starts shooting at us, we can fire enough suppression fire at it to make it irrelevant. There was a unit that escaped here. Fine. We can't let these escape. The points they provide, killing them provides is vital to our success in this mission. Might not count for a lot, but I think it basically gives us a buffer for more casualties. And who's gonna go south? Probably something that can, in addition to taking this, can provide fire support here. So, priest, maybe a greyhound, a scout, and a priest. Something along those lines. Not a huge amount of units. I'm not sure I want to go too close quite yet. I mean, I want to more or less get an idea who the hell is going in the first place. Aircraft might very well attack on this turn, so I'm not moving these guys at all. You can't see them, right? Probably. Mobilized. I'm not sure I want to do anything with the recoilless rifle. The problem is, it's basically an easy kill for the enemy. And this guy's in no real danger. So we don't need the extra firepower. And that'd be a horrible idea to bring some infantry squad out here. Probably infantry there. They have to have a way to prevent me from easily going over across the bridge, so I'm expecting heavy trouble in both of these, no matter where we go. Another one who goes south. Okay, we could reach a lot of new places with our light tank mobility. Is it worth going? Ooh. I don't think so. If that is, well, regardless of what it is, it's going to have support units in some of these buildings. So a single unit going after it is that's incredibly risky. I think we're gonna mass close to this location so we can take action against on the next turn. I'm gonna fire a couple of suppression fire rounds on it. Not sure if that's gonna yield any results, but it's not gonna hurt us. Probably. I need a sacrificial scout unit to go south, so this is gonna be it. I mean, it's worth 6 points. Pain to lose, but compared to anything else, not so much. I don't want to rush the flags either, unless I have more units that are people moving into help. Another scout to the south? No, I think we need proper fire support, as in assault gun or something along those lines. Mobile self-propelled artillery. Okay, we are expecting another aircraft to pass us, so spread around, boys. Also should have dumped the infantry out. Yeah, if we're gonna lose a unit, we might as well only lose one. We're getting to be fairly close to the hill though, which means the units there might be able to fire on us. And their infantry is much more eager to fire on infantry than approaching vehicles, so I don't think we're close enough yet. But something to keep in mind, dumping infantry out every time is not a sensible thing anymore. That's it. Okay, where are we bombarding? This is not a bad place to fire. Most of these locations are just nice. What about smoke? I mean, especially if we tend to, or at least attempt to go around the main defenses, so shooting some smoke wouldn't hurt. It would guarantee that we more or less get at least to this general area before trouble starts. And the LVT units are pretty fragile. So also expensive compared to how useful they are. They can cross the river, that's it. In any other role, they're terrible. So if we smoke this general area, we could probably pass through the south with these without encountering any trouble. Damage it. Minor damage is good. No, yes. No, that wasn't bad. Infantry got their ass kicked a little bit, but they're still ready to go already. Minor suppression. I think we've been very lucky with the aircraft this time. We could start to hit the vendors here. Could, possibly. That's an APC, right? And that's a standard anti-machine gun. Why are they dug in? That means this is technically a assault mission. I'm wondering, assault mission, defense missions allows you to buy fortifications and things like that. AA gun has to be destroyed. It's more than capable of destroying most of our light vehicles. Pathetic. We are seeing something. Don't want to drop infantry here. There's probably enough hidden infantry that any infantry we drop is gonna be annihilated immediately. Also don't want to fire with these because there could be units here. Don't expect an aircraft immediately, so... And the artillery seems to be firing at northern mid targets, so we are okay to move at full speed now. I'm sort of reluctant to fire with the Pershing too, if there could be other vehicle targets for us to fire on. So, let's save the shot. We've made excellent progress. We're pretty much halfway as far as the mobility need is concerned, and we're at turn 5 out of 14. Try to send the Pershing down south. I don't think so. Okay, someone has to go there and take a look. If it's a recoilless rifle, I can't just try to go past it. It's gonna start firing at it. I need you. I need you. have cheaper units to do this with. It's a recoilless. Thin recoilless rifle though. I guess the suppression did good enough of a job. Although I'm very confident these other buildings will have enemies. Actually, that building did have enemies. Still, I can't leave the recoilless rifle here. Roam freely and so on. If these buildings have units, that's fine. Fine with me. Perfectly fine. We just need to keep an eye out on them. Leave something to hold the flags there while the rest of the army moves to the western side. Right. We have another scout here. Someone needs to take the flags. We are seeing something. Still nothing. I'm starting to become very paranoid about this. I think we should have encountered heavy resistance. Even though I'm trying to avoid resistance, but still. Something's wrong. Or extremely right, either way. I don't think we can avoid things here anymore. We'll see. I'd like to get some units in position here. I think whoever goes there is basically dead, but units on this side might be able to fire enough suppression fire that it's not a total catastrophe. And we can see most targets here easily. Not quite. No, we can see everything. Again, we don't have a huge hurry to reach here, so we can wait. There's not a huge demand on making immediate rapid progress here. We can wait for the artillery to arrive. I don't want this to be that artillery though. Do I? No. I want someone who can reach this location on the next turn. Actually, a couple of summons preferably. Or not. The slower units should stay at the closer targets. Faster units go for the further targets. Or whatever. There's not much of a difference. Where the fuck did you go? Holy shit, I thought they would go there naturally. Naturally they didn't. We got lucky there. Extremely lucky. Still, not where we wanted to be. The aircraft, the MiG is still gonna appear. So we're just gonna sit here and hope we get a chance to shoot at it. That infantry has to be taken care of now before it disappears somewhere. This could be a complicated issue. We sort of want an infantry spotting us here. At the same time, I'm not sure if we can afford an infantry spotting us here. Death sentence for the infantry unit. And we are... probably shouldn't move anyway. K unit needs to be in the forefront. We need to say 1K platoon unit here too, so take position. Don't have to do anything here anymore. That's a bit too close for comfort. Holy shit. Tanks or vehicles? Uh, uh, guns or vehicles? Infantry? Why do I see those? Right, we have to go through these buildings no matter what, so might as well fire on them. One immobile priest. Not a catastrophe, it's still enough. I think the smoke is preventing it from seeing too much, but it's not in a bad location. It can fire on pretty much all targets here after the smoke clears. So minor setback, but only a minor setback. Damage wise, we're doing actually fantastically. Like 5 points conceded to the enemy. With multiple turns of artillery fire and aircraft attacking us. It's it could have gone better, but not without a lot of loading. We're going to push through here the next turn. I want the heavier units to be able to basically be in position and offer accurate fire, support fire. Suppose I could go there with this one. Doesn't have the time to reach anything else. Yeah, it's a good enough of a position. Do we want to go through both at the same? Ooh, what the fuck? Minefields. I don't have engineers. In Marine Corps can get rid of mines, but they have to go into the minefield. Also, I don't particularly. That looks clear anyway. But I don't want to. Where can I remove the flags? I I want to see what's under them. There's a button for it. God damn it. Objective flags. I think that's an objective flag. Shit. 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 It's definitely an objective flag. So we can expect something similar here then too. I'm pretty sure there's no mines here though. So can we expect minefield here? Okay, this complicates things. Mainly on the how much time do we have? I can't force my way through such a field. This maybe it has a single mine, so it's basically a coin toss. Are we gonna die or not? But this has two. That's much more likely to fail no matter what. This crew has to be driven off. If it goes back to the cannon, it'll be in ready condition to take us on. Don't think I can afford that. And don't do that. This is the only unit that's capable of countering any serious vehicle threat here, so we'll have to move it to last. Definitely have to use the K platoon units to go on the other side. If for nothing else, the minefield. So take your positions. But we'll have to go to the other side with massive force then. When we go, we will have to pour everything we have on it. Seeing surprisingly little here. Okay, take your positions. Click here where you're standing on, as long as you can fire on the western side. Not sure how many units I want to bring up here. We do sort of have to go on the other side of this one, but the minefield is gonna slow us down quite a bit. Anti-air. These are actually fairly good suppression units. I think this is the safer path across, at least it looks from this side. This is pretty much impossible to go through without casualties. We'll try to dump some infantry here. Might not be a horrible idea this time. They have usually better spotting capabilities, and a recoilless rifle could possibly take down even a tank on the other side. And this group sort of has to start doing some moves. I think I'm gonna go on this side of the building and just go for the flags, basically avoiding all defenses possible there. Maybe the same thing here. We do have to get rid of that crew. If I ignore it now, I'm gonna pay maybe a price for it later. And it's routed. Yes, that's good. Might not be a horrible idea to start dumping infantry here. Possibly. Mainly because we don't see all that much, so they're additional line of protection against for the tanks, and they can pop up and start providing some real cover. You. have to move the full distance now. And these guys could be a problem. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be infantry in a lot of these buildings, but I'm also pretty sure that's an anti-air gun. Didn't expect that one there. Yeah, you would have thought something like that would have been noticeable. Apparently not. Holy shit, you did something useful. And it's destroyed. But I doubt they have another anti-air machine gun here. Probably not going to be an aircraft attack on this turn, so full speed ahead. And one of the artillery pieces can still move normally. Two of the artillery pieces. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna suffer too badly here. If necessary, we can suppress quite a bit. The priests have high explosive anti-tank shells, so some of them should probably be sent over the bridge the first wave. They have a lot more mobility than airship tanks. We shoot at these. I don't know what they are, but alternatively these. But they're infantry sites. Here there could be anti-tank guns for all I know. It's damaged. It's dead. Oh. It's a kill for us, that's an important thing. More points. Also, they are firing artillery on the bridge, which can destroy the bridge, which is not a good thing. Still. They've done like 6 points worth of damage. It's like a miracle, and the mission is already halfway over. Although we've avoided all the heavy fighting so far, so I might be stretching the reality a little bit here. It's not quite as good as I make it out to be. Other anti-aircraft. Unlikely to be any further aircraft, so suppression, fire away. Fully routed, retreating, so not that good. I'm a bit worried about these guys. Are they gonna react to taking these areas under control? not sure if I want to take the flags quite yet. Mainly because I have no idea what the reaction is gonna be from that. Okay. Same thing here really. We know that there are enemy squads there. Not sure what I can do about them. I'll stay here, I suppose. That's oh shit. APC and anti-air machine gun. Still have no idea what the hell that is. Any suppression fire is welcome here. Since we haven't taken action against the flags, I doubt there's gonna be any kind of enemy response to these units. Unless it's something that's already pretty much in place. Which means I'm okay to do suppression fire. Yeah. Probably retreating with a single casualty, so it might recover from it, but it might not. Definitely not going forward with these though. I think we're moving the K group, like scouts. Nothing here, I can't go there. More or less keeping an eye out for any problems in this direction. Fine. This is a more complicated problem. She is gonna hit the fan at some point. Probably before we hit the other side of the bridge. There could be even mines on the goddamn bridge. It's a machine gun. It's a machine gun, but a standard issue machine gun, not all that dangerous. We'll need to suppress it with something. I'm sort of suspecting this is going to be the least of our problems, so I don't want to fire anything heavy on it. Just something to quiet it down. Seriously? Another heavy damage. We're not going forward anymore. Someone else is gonna have to do this. But the unit is functioning. 3 points of damage. That's significant. We have another scout though. We can dedicate a single unit to suppressing a single machine gun here. Alright. Maybe same thing with you. K3, K4. a BTR, anti-tank gun, earthen bunker. Ooh, okay, now this is more like it. We're also retreating, so back in control. Okay, earthen bunker ready. BTR 152 ready. And anti-tank gun ready. Anti-tank has to be suppressed with the first shot. Whoever shoots it has to be the artillery. It has the best chance, I think. Anti-tank gun destroyed. They just abandoned it. Or maybe the tank is destroyed, but some of the crew survived. Either way, I'm gonna continue shooting at the target with this one. Want the gun out. Everything here has the capability. They're shit units, really. The gun could have killed everything. These cannot. They can kill the scalp, no problem. Can you see the bunker? Nice. I'm not sure how much further on I should push. These buildings could have anything, and I don't have the capability of really suppressing those. Certainly if I go to the flags, there's going to be another group of defenders. So maybe I should focus on moving troops on the other side now and getting rid of the units we've already spotted. Alternatively, we do have a lot of suppression capability here though, so I think the buildings. Okay, looks clear. These guys will definitely reach their objective, no problem. I can't shoot at them. I can only shoot targets pretty much directly in front of me. I shoot direct fire. No. Smoke is still a problem. We need infantry here. A priest. Maybe a unit that has some shots left. have more light vehicles. C group. What the hell can you even shoot at? Okay, these have infantry. You have to go north quickly, quickly, quickly. Just dump the infantry here. No, not yet. Same with you. I really need the mines gone here north. This has no infantry, so don't really care what you do. The machine gun gone. I think I don't have the luxury of waiting here anymore either. I need to go south or north. North. I don't see. Okay, everyone who has infantry needs to go north. Alright, actually I want to dump the infantry here. Mainly to act as spotters. Is this the full extent of the minefield, or is it something much worse? Right, I still have at least one Greyhound here. That's it. I'm slightly skeptical about how abandoned this area looks again. I guess we'll just have to hope that's the full extent of it. Also kill all stragglers immediately. Wait a minute, what the hell do you see? Why don't you... Okay, there's fire. I was wondering why the hell don't we see this? Yeah, it's pretty much in the perfect location. Son of a bitch. Some of you should probably stay here. It's very likely a similar situation on the other side. Not want to do that. Want to check where the hell are we firing this artillery. More or less looks like, oh, that could be a bit risky. Gonna shift it a little bit to the forward. Right. Holy shit. Anti-tank gun. Nice suppression fire. Ooh, it's bad. Hopefully this is smoke from the fire. We lost a light tank. It's immobilized only though. So the casualty should still be pretty much zero. Right, we have damaged units, but we don't really have proper losses. Oh ho ho ho! More minefields. Oh, no one saw that infantry? I'm pretty sure I looked directly into that. Ah, this is bad. Yeah, there's more mines here. 2211 must be something there too. There's only one way to get these. Gotta go into the minefield. Just gotta do it. Just fucking gotta rush it. You can't do it. Well, don't want to do that. Can't even force myself to go there. The anti-tank gun is ready, so it's minor suppression probably in order. But the Persians need to get the infantry to the minefield, otherwise I'm not sure if I can take the flags here. I mean, I can, well, I can load and drive some kind of vehicle over it, I guess. I think that's a pretty shitty thing to try to do. That would be a desperation move more than anything else. Need to prevent them from killing my infantry here. Because if they get the infantry, I really have nothing anymore. We'll just have to suck it up and start killing, sacrificing our tanks there. Which I will not do. Well, unless I have to. Also, I'd like someone to be here. Please don't have mines. This is so suddenly something doesn't pop up here and start firing on the infantry. Doesn't look like there's mines here. We tried driven through this. Okay, that was an interesting choice of path. Why did it go around? I think there are mines in this hex. That's why it went around. BTR. Fuck. Got damaged, not destroyed. Lost the main gun though. The BTRs. Interesting. 1 point of damage, it's not bad as long as this unit ends up surviving. Tire machine gun. Suppression fire, please. Thank you. Don't know what the unit next to you is, but we probably should fire on it too. Fuck. Perfect. Okay, scout group first. What the fuck do you have here? Scout group can't do anything on its own. We can take the risk of discovering these on it, but someone else has to suppress the likely enemy locations at first. Should I drop a scout here? Not out of the question. We have suppression units ready to take action, but they actually can't see shit. Yeah, that was the problem already. But they could see that one, so that's something. And we sort of have this under control. I'm sure they're gonna try something to retake things. But, no, nothing. Suppression fire then. Can't really do much here. We can use this as a scout once this has been cleared. Right. Why are you retreating in this particular direction? Because that's the only direction you can retreat to. Here we could easily be destroyed, but these guys shooting at us, so can't really move. 6 turns left. We don't know what's here, so I think some of these amphibious vehicles just need to push through this. Others might want to stay and fight here, otherwise we're going to be a little bit understaffed here. Four or five squads should probably be enough, no matter how you look at it. We see a couple of infantry positions, but nothing else. And they have machine guns vehicles, so also infantry inside them, so that's about 10 units already going there. Not everything, and not everyone has to do it. Crew destroyed. Right. I don't think we want to push here now. I'll fire suppression fire though. Once the artillery pieces are fully in place, that's a different matter. Can't move where we want to. 0 moves. 5 moves. We're suppressed a little bit, but we're doing mostly fine. And we can still fire in a lot of locations, so fine. Don't we have other infantry? Oh, they're all passengers somewhere. So what the hell are these then? We have the Army Command Squad, E1, E0, and that's it. So 3 infantry squads, not exactly a huge amount. So what exactly can we do? You can't do shit. You might be able to shoot at an infantry squad? Yeah, I don't think so. Right, well I need to move these away so I can see... Yep, do they have mines here? They have mines here. So... we have to go around that. And we're in a bit of a bind. Don't think the BTRs can take down a priest. Chances to hit probably aren't great. Alright, they can fire back, but it's not gonna kill us. It's probably going to save the life of that Greyhound. Priest from 26 something fired. Waste of ammunition really. I don't particularly want to rush them because again I'm suspecting there's quite a bit of infantry here that I'm not seeing. So carelessly rushing forward is not gonna work for us. And our front armor is good enough to repel their anti-air machine gun fire, at least at these distances. Can't see a shit, so the crew has to be killed. They're ready for action, so they can retake control of the gun. And they're done. And they're dead. A weird fight. Suppressed them a little bit, but I doubt they'll actually do any good, really. Right. Sooner or later they're going to want to retake things. We need to be ready for it. Someone has to stay here, though. Really think about that. Well, there are a couple of units on this side still. That's besides the point. What the hell are these guys doing? They really... Oh. I don't want to go through here because I'm suspecting there's a lot of enemy defenses there. But staying in our current location is also a waste of time. There aren't gonna be any aircraft. Well, probably not gonna be any aircraft. I probably should stay here. This is the last vehicle that's still holding on to things, so... What about you, Mr. Light Tank? Might be the only light tank here, so yes. Could drop infantry here. Gotta drop it somewhere. But the enemy that's gonna come after is gonna be mostly infantry. So I don't want to basically leave a single, very almost defenseless infantry unit here sitting about, waiting for the enemy to do something. That's not gonna go well for us. At the same time, I'm not sure what else can I goddamn do here. Well, I'd say we're in a fairly good position to mount an assault. Holy crap. We actually did something useful. We more or less just want to do something with one unit. This one, it's potentially destroyable. And you, what are we bombarding? That's fine. That's not really fine anymore. We could fire on these types. It's an oil refinery, so in real life this would be a horrible idea. I don't think this really applies in this case. Also, these targets, they're not immediate targets for us. However, they certainly could have infantry in them. Hmm, yeah, the moment we put infantry out, infantry reacts. So it's just a death sentence to do it. They have a recoilless cannon there. They are, if they take down the Persian tank, they have another recoilless. Please suppress that one at least. Yep, that's pretty much a no-go. I don't know if it's on its own is enough to screw us over, but that's 30 points. That's like 3 to 4 other vehicles. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal. Okay, pretty much same stuff here as we suspected. Nothing special happened here, and infantry. Oh, bunkers. And recoilless rifle. Recoilless rifle. So boned. Boned are we if we do this? Who wants to play the turn again and again and again and again? There wasn't really any reaction to infantry we were dropping here though. Also, this is our army command squad, so yay for us. It doesn't really matter though. Bigger problem is that they have a bunker on the other side that might start firing on the infantry. So maybe we could fire some kind of smoke here. That's minefield territory. Ooh, this can be shoved into a minefield already. No explosions. So technically we could... yeah, there it is. Technically we could just stay here. Actually, we're not going to exactly do that. And try to disarm these areas no matter what. Point is, you don't have smoke. Yes, you do. What? This will protect us from the bunker on the other side. Gives us hopefully enough of a room to do the necessary disarming. I'm not sure how many units should be left here at this point then. If we have basically dropped the infantry and there are some support units, the other units would probably be better off going to the southern edge, southern bridge, and moving north from there. It's probably faster overall. A couple of tanks here is probably sufficient. I'm not sure this tank is needed anymore. Okay, these are all recoilless rifles. That's a recoilless rifle, that's a recoilless rifle. That's a potential recoilless rifle, could be something else I suppose. Also, since I don't have anything to shoot at the recoilless rifle location. Greyhound. don't think there's much of a point staying here. Also, not much of a point pushing forward. Without heavier units to take on the APCs, we're just risking light unit losses for no particular gain. And that's infantry squad instead. It's being ping-ponged between two light tanks. Two light scout vehicles, rather. Who got the kill? I think C2 got the kill. Nothing here. Fair enough. Not sure if we want to move too much. We know there's infantry right here already, but we just can't see it. Basically, unless they move, we can't do much. Also, we know that's enemy territory, so have to be a little bit careful here. Get into position to overwhelm whatever they have of the next turn. After that, we're about 2 turns away from taking all of our objectives for this army, so that's why I'm not too concerned to make a aggressive push here. The iffy parts about what we're doing are elsewhere, not here. We have enough firepower here to get everything done. There was a enemy unit, I think, there. Why did you fire smoke? I don't get that. Alright, the anti-tank gun is gone. Bad luck with the shots this time though. Okay. I think this location firing on infantry moving, that's probably our best thing to do with these units. Actually, I'm going to start suppression fire at pretty much any location. Don't really have much hope for getting results, but you never know. If we can get enough flags to force them into moving, then sure, we could do a lot of damage. But currently, it's not gonna happen. Basically, we're surrounded by massive armies and we're not gonna see them until they start shooting. If I drop infantry here, it's the death of the infantry and nothing more. So even that's sort of pointless in that sense. Doesn't matter as long as our casualties is kept to a minimum. If I fail at doing that, then that's a different matter. That unit can see us, which is unacceptable. We will not survive it. I need someone to get rid of that goddamn crew. And we know that they have a squad there. What are you doing? You're checking if some kind of movement happens from that direction, right? You're just shitting your pants for no reason, and you're moved already, I guess. There's definitely a unit there that can fire on us, so this is not a healthy place to be, I'd say. Please kill the gun. Properly get rid of it. No. Not sure what we can do here. Where's artillery falling? Let's find location to fire. I don't even know where this is anymore. Find locations to fire on. Five turns left. What it really amounts to is how long it's gonna take to get rid of the minefields. You have infantry standing on top of the minefields, they will start to disarm them. We are protected from enemy fire, but just to make sure. What do we need to achieve? We need a heavier tank here to reveal the APCs. There's a metric ton of infantry all over the place that I can't do all that much about. Also, recoilless rifles. We're leaving these here for the infantry they carry inside them. I sort of want to deposit them somewhere and then go the west to aid whatever we can. It's a bunker. Still can't see the recoilless rifle. Treaty. mobilize. An infantry squad there. Mobilize isn't too bad. Still like to see the enemy that got another bunker. Another recoilless. Okay, yeah, these are quite a bit better protected than I thought. I thought maybe a couple of infantry squads here and there, but yeah, this could be really, really bad if you just try to drive through it normally. Uh, don't shoot at the earthen bunker, it's a waste. Holy shit, turn fire! Okay, I think we have a fairly realistic situation awareness at this point. So this is bad, but not too bad. The recoilless rifles that they are still here have to be taken care of. Not quite such luck, but everything's routed or retreating. Not horrible by any means. And recoilless rifle gone. That is valuable. There's a good chance they'll abandon the bunkers too. Right, now we just need to get here, drop the infantry somewhere. And they can... I think that's a bit risky. At the same time, I'm okay with that risk. The risk comes from the fact that there's probably infantry squads on the right side of us. So once we start bringing all our own infantry here, they're going to activate too. At the same time, I don't know if I give a shit, because if I control these, they're going to have to come to us. Which means they're going to have to come and get slaughtered by these. Okay, what's going on here? Still can't make any kind of a move, really. The minefield could be disarmed at any moment, so I don't want to move here. These guys need to basically take this and help with this, not maybe even that. So not too big of a accomplishment, really. You need to reveal the enemy APCs. No, for some reason they don't feel like firing on the heavy tank. They have no chance of harming. Do we have anything here? Yeah, not a goddamn thing. I still need to move the heavy tanks forward, so someone else gonna have to go to take care of the defensive. Flag defense there. There has to be at least an army squad or two defending those flags from the front, and I have not encountered those units yet. In fact, you'll go back. Someone has to stay here. Okay, I think a priest would be our preferred unit if we can't use the tank. It's good enough to cause a. It's shitty enough rather to cause a reaction from the BTRs. I don't want you to go on the fucking road. I want you to show your front armor continuously towards the enemy. Right, I don't expect the APCs to be destroyed by that kind of fire. I expect the units that are sitting in the hexes with them to do something. Fuck. That's it. Right, that's it. It was a bit risky, but I don't think there was any great risk in that. Right. Um, Probably more APCs here, and we could take it on the next turn, very likely. Who destroyed? Other flag taken by us. Oh, they're North Korean scouts. We're just gonna get into position. We probably need around 2 to 3 units to go after the southern flags here. There's not really that many of them. I'll be a little bit careful. I need at least a scout unit of some kind to escort them though. I think we need something heavier to go north, anti-infantry to go for the southern sides. These guys probably shouldn't move a muscle. They're, well, maybe a muscle. I want them to have lines of sight to these guys, so they can cover them. I doubt anyone's gonna come after these. Why would you? There's nothing to be gained there. I suppose these guys could be support. The 40mm probably goes through an APCs without any problems. Light tank. Light tank would also be able to do the job. Has better armor actually than the priest because it doesn't have the open top. So it's pretty much impossible to destroy the machine gun. This also has 13 kills. Wouldn't hurt. We don't have to really do the killing with it, but use it as you need to get the reaction out of them. have them reveal their location and so forth. We want to stay here. We don't see a point to it. Units from the lower of the parts of the hill could fire on that. Uh, Still can't see shit. We can suppress that well enough and take these. Point is, we don't have to do anything about it now. Would be nice if you could get back under control. So definitely worthwhile to have some kind of defenders here. If I go there, whoever that is can fire upon it, so I'll pass. Just need to be in a... Ooh, there's disposable scout unit to go with the attacking force there. Okay, I don't really see what else we could do here. More or less be in a position to attack there. That's a bit risky. Probably shouldn't fire here, we're going to be attacking here soon. We could attack here. Although, I sort of feel bad about firing it because it's supposed to be an oil refinery, so just randomly firing artillery at it seems like a horrible idea. I don't think this game can take that into consideration, so it's not going to massively explode on its own, but still just feels wrong. It's pretty much impossible to say how we're making progress here. We can still see mines there though, so clearly not enough is being done. But we might have to accept that these guys might never be able to make any kind of progress here anymore. That is acceptable. We still have enough units that can make progress. Seriously, what are you? BTR-40, it's a jeep with an anti-air machine gun. Yeah, they don't think they have anything getting here. And we took out an anti-tank gun already. So, still, they should have reacted to our presence there. I bet if I bring in a lighter unit, they do. It has to be a priest. Or the light tank would probably be the best. Likely light enough to warrant some kind of response from the APCs. But still armored well enough that we can ignore it. Right. There doesn't appear to be all that much resistance anymore. I guess we got through the worst of it. Mission accomplished. I sort of want to get rid of that. Recoilless rifles are probably cause me more casualties than any other unit here, so I really don't want them wandering about. Let's use the light tank here. It has mobility to reach these. Yeah, that'll do the job. Be nice if you wouldn't shoot my tanks. That's it. We should really go after the stragglers. Oh fuck. Another BTR. Different type of BTR. We do know that they have a bunker here somewhere. Also fairly eager to get extra kills. Every point counts. For fuck's sake, just let me move. Another priest. How about Mr. K4? No, let's do it this way. Direct. We have to go next to this building. No. Why the hell would I? Oh, there's a light. This is an armored car. Still, it's pretty much the equivalent of my own scout unit here. I just have to be a little bit careful. I mean, I literally had to drive on top of it before I saw it. Our plan is to take a defensive stance here. Let the enemy come to us. And when they come, they're going to have to basically lose entire squads of infantry if they want to get anything done. Ah, suppression fire for the win again. Might as well shoot at what we can. We could go technically closer, but I don't think this is gonna be the last defense they have here, so again, it's much more important to reduce my own casualties than it is to kill an infantry squad or two. Hmm. I think I want to just go to the flags. Right, we don't really have to move in here at all. Shoot what we can a little bit. Hope that once we get enough flags, the rest of the crew will start to come in our general direction. I'm gonna pop my head up here from time to time and shoot what I can. Well, realistically, unless they have an unit there, they can't fire upon me, and I would have an infantry squad here in a perfect location to fire back. Right, this is a little bit more troublesome location, so if you could just move back, that would be nice. Take these in the next turn. Slightly risky, but only slightly. Huh. A tank can probably do this better than anyone else, except tanks can't see shit. Well, we might not be able to, we might not be able to kill the BTR, but we certainly did damage the infantry in the same area. More units need to come up here. You couldn't kill a crew. Do I still want to bombard these locations? Yeah, sure, whatever. I just want this to end. Clearing the okay. Machine guns can destroy those. That's nice. This is pretty bad for two reasons. I'm not really disarming the mines in any notable speed, so we're not gonna get through this. But at least the crew survived, so it's not a total loss. BTR immobilized. I still know that there's a bunker here somewhere. What happened to that? Holy shit. Shut up my gun. How in the hell can they do that? That have a picture, yeah. 12.7. Still. It's no good. Someone has to stay here too. Well, should at least stay here. We know that they are. I think there was a recoilless rifle there. Point being, we can't leave anything undefended, and we have to be somewhat careful where we leave these guys. Sitting out here in the open is not a good idea. The B tank group should probably able to destroy the bunker then. Just need a hit. Any kind of hit from the front sector will probably go through the armor. Yeah, but you still need to hit. That's an enemy HQ unit. It disabled us. Survivors disperse. Okay. We're just rolling over these enemy vehicles for some reason. I should be able to suppress that one. Meaning someone might be able to actually go there and finish the job. Don't think I want to move. Not sure I'm gonna get that one. Wait, on the other side, I guess. And moving forward, it'll take about a turn or two to get that flag. What are we doing? A priest. It would have the capable of taking down the bunker, I guess. It's not gonna hit it though. I suppose the suppression effect is still acceptable, and if we get a lucky hit, it'll definitely take down the bunker. And it's not like I have better things to fire at. The bunker is not really doing anything. Yeah. Okay, I think this is actually a fairly secure way for us to take the final flag. We don't have to worry about mines or anything. Even if the infantry walks into the mine, it's not going to be fully taken out. Although, do you have smoke? Yep, save your own ass. I don't want the bunker to fire at me. So more or less we're just going to dig in there, not going to make any progress anymore. Can't kill a crew. Crew in the open. Go help the priest. We need one light vehicle to act as a scout for this group, but yeah, these can reach the final flag fairly easily. I still think if I drop the infantry that's in the light tank, it's just not be killed immediately. Really can't see anything too dangerous. There's a couple of crews here and there. That's about it. Okay, you are our forward scout, and we are not seeing a goddamn thing. This is the more interesting thing. Machine gun? It's a medium, but it might still cause me grief. In fact, these guys should probably fire on it. Down. I don't want to drop the infantry on this turn. We can see two locations for enemy infantry. There's gonna be quite a few more. At the same time, I'm not sure how true that actually is. I'm going to hold my position on the flag, see what they throw my way. Dump everything we have on here on the next turn. I mean, we're reaching a point where they basically have to do something or they're gonna lose anyway. What do they have? They have these two flags here and then the one flag here. Everything else is lost already. The next turn, good shot. The next turn we'll get the remaining flags, after which we will basically just hunt down as many enemies as possible to score a higher score. Get our decisive victory. Hopefully not lose any more crew. Okay, are we bombarding something? Yes. But this is definitely the last one. Still nothing. Still nothing. Yeah, just cancel it all. Okay, who the hell is still shooting at there? Apparently no one, but game wants to pretend I'm firing, so shift it away. And cancel it. So I don't get what that's supposed to be then. Whatever. We don't have to move everything anymore. They are happy staying where they are. Nothing happened anywhere. Fair enough. There's gonna be something defending this. Or not. Guess I'll go through the list. We don't particularly have to achieve anything. We have to hold our position and kill everyone who tries to make any kind of move against us. Can't go there. Why? I suppose it doesn't matter in a sense. It's probably had mines, so that's why we sort of got stuck there. I don't want to go there with a vehicle, but we have 2 turns left, so we certainly can take everything. So, focus on getting kills. Every kill counts. Also, as many reinforcements to the flag existed as possible. They're going to do a counterattack. Now's the time to do it. And we don't need all these troops to just hold down the flags we've captured. Yeah, I think I'm just piling extra troops on the flags. Some of the troops currently sitting on the flags are in terrible condition, so even if there's going to be an attack there, they couldn't really fend it off all that effectively. North Korean HQ has to die though. We can still kill it. HQ gone, most of the flags gone. They're losing this unless they turn things around on the next turn. My biggest worry is that they actually can do it, since these vehicles could be sitting in death traps without really knowing it. Hopefully that's not the case, but we'll see. I could, but I could drive there, but in all likelihood I'd just lose a tank, which is much worse than waiting a single turn to get the same result. But we're not exactly in perfect condition with a lot of our units, but since no actual casualties have been happening, the cost should be fairly minimal as far as the win points are concerned. Huh. Wait. Yes, I am expecting some kind of reaction now. I'm going to dump the infantry out. Spread about a little bit so they don't get easy suppression just by shooting at one unit to get a suppression on 2 units. Not great, but we drove them off. We have enough infantry here to react to whatever comes our way. Even if we took some casualties, we can not in real trouble. Really have to do much. I could hunt down a couple of stragglers. Final turn. And now they're on the move. Yeah, full infantry squads out of nowhere suddenly. Vehicles. And shit. More infantry. Okay, much less of a attack against than I thought. We're gonna recycle through our units. Kill what we can kill. Every point counts. And there's not gonna be another turn. We still want to defend the flags mostly, so we're not going to blindly go stumbling in there. Reducing your own casualties is the most important thing. Once that's achieved, everything else is just a little bit of a bonus. No one came here? There's so much smoke here, I couldn't tell even if they had. Oh, he had a passenger. Right. They do have a BTR here. It's a pretty worthless unit though. Ooh. Yeah, there's definitely gonna be infantry coming our way. Still can't see it. Same thing must be happening here. They're going into weird directions though. Probably the closest flag they have, or they can reach. So, so here it could be going by the road. No, that doesn't make sense. But how much I think about it, they're going in the wrong direction. Not that it'll make any difference, but still. Also, everyone has to save shots. I can't afford to lose any of these flags that I've killed. But while it's nice shooting at these fleeing enemies, that's not the main point. Two squads. machine gun. I'm a little bit reluctant with firing these units because I'm pretty sure there are multiples coming our way. But at the same time, could they even in theory have a chance to reach the flags anymore? I'm not so sure. Ooh, 4 targets for you. Ready rifle squad. That's not really acceptable. Miss, 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 miss. It's another infantry group in the same hex. Survivors disperse. Survivors disperse. Can we... I think I'll go here. Likely there's not gonna be any enemies, but there's an enemy. And there's also the bot. You never know. It's not a good unit, but it was still better spotter than the Persian, so they could have potentially taken back that victory hex. Which sort of reminds me, if we could realistically get some kind of additional unit there, that would be great. I don't really see how we could be threatened here anymore. If they had the huge amount of infantry here, we would have already seen them. Is that it? I think that's it. No chance to cause a little bit of extra havoc. force these guys to be unable to do any kind of offensive action. Right. Do not fire. That's a victory for us. Still extra infantry coming from somewhere. They retook the... took a victory flag from me. 796 versus 51, so more than 10 times the score. Good enough. Save game. Veterans. Veterans. More veterans. Veterans. Quite a good amount of veterans. And we have a huge amount of extra points, so we can definitely upgrade a significant portion of the armor. Not sure what we would want to upgrade it to, really, though. Upgrade means we can lose in a we're going to get a much more likely loss in these type of challenging missions. UN forces have pursued the remnants of the North Korea People's Army, whatever, units into the northern regions of Korea. UN command believes that if the Yalva, or is it Yalu, whatever, river is reached, the Korean peninsula can be unified as one nation. There are rumors of a possible military intervention by the Chinese. March north to Pakchin. Clear out any enemy units you find there and secure the road leading to it. Okay. It's advanced mission versus China. Shit. Might have been a smart idea to... I think we need a lot of armor now, or anti-armor units, especially since I didn't upgrade any of my normal units. It's a meeting engagement, I'd say, because we can't buy decent artillery. Buy strike elements. Probably wouldn't be a whole lot idea here. Strike elements would be scouts for us. It would be fairly cheap, unlikely to really achieve much, but I could get a better idea what their army consists of. 75mm recoilless or 57mm. Infantry anti-tank. This might be better than the normal tanks. These have high explosive anti-tank shells. They're cheap. We could have 10 of these at the cost of a single purchase, and that the infantry would still be cheaper if we lost all of them. So yeah. We just don't have enough units to carry these around. I could buy a single one of these and put them in the light tanks we have, the Shafi tanks. We could easily get them into position wherever we want them. Because it's a Chinese, I don't think they're gonna lay in waiting for us. They're going to rush toward us, same as every other unit. So we would take anti-tanks. These are fairly expensive though, almost as expensive as the Pershing. Equally slow. Not sure how good the gun is, how accurate it is. I doubt these tanks will do. So we would have to take something with a heavy gun, accurate heavy gun basically. I think we want maybe a Sherman could do. Ah, screw it. Take a platoon of Persian tanks. Uh, I'm going to take some anti-tank infantry and strike elements. Bearcats are probably a safe bet. They're fairly cheap, so no one's going to give a shit if we lose them. They have rockets, so they could potentially take down tanks. Same with the cannon. So they can do a reasonable amount of damage while being fairly affordable. It's probably a true meeting engagement. Yeah. So Russian tanks versus our tanks. 16 turns, doesn't really matter what we do, because we just need to get a fairly good defensive position, fight there. So maybe around here. There's enough time for this to go its natural course. We want the bot Persian squad to go in first. Kegu. Yes, you. Definitely gonna stick to the road for the most part. This can handle a marine squad, but not much else. Alternatively, we can put the recoilless squads there. But I'd like them to be shoved into something a little bit faster. We need to get them into position almost immediately. So where would we even want to put them in position? We can't go here, I don't think, because the enemy would likely start here, so 1 turn, 2 turns, and they're here too. Unless we can get there in the first turn, it's gonna be very, very, very risky. Still, these have a lot of mobility, so it might be doable. Might be worth a shot. Whatever we're gonna do, we need to get into position very quickly. 2 turns maximum. We also don't really have the space here to spread around too much. These hills are so high that even if we go here, they might still block us, our vision to the actual road. Still, greyhounds are scouts, so it probably wouldn't be a horrible idea to spread them around a little bit. Mainly to see if their enemy is going to try some kind of flanking maneuver. We have way, way, way too many units. Anti-air. These don't really have to move at all. They can more or less sit where we leave them here and just hopefully do their job. There's a job to even do. I do want to keep the army command squad with the troops moving forward. Right. Hmm. Shove as much infantry in these units as we can. Great. Yeah, this is going to be, I think, our first proper battle. Ah, 3 more squads. These can't be fit in anymore. Fair enough. Um, I think it might make sense to send a aircraft. We want to fire smoke. That's something I didn't really think about too much. Might not be a horrible idea. We could basically force the fight to happen at close range, where we have already taken in position and they're advancing on us. This hill could be one of those. When they basically come over the hill, we'll be blasting them to shit. Let's fire mortar there. Might be worthless, but who the hell knows. Uh, there's no, well, this hill is at the maximum where we can reach before the killing starts in full. So we can safely shoot smoke here in general, block any kind of vision. And also make a fairly good guess where they're gonna be here. I mean, they're going to push their units as far in front as they possibly can. Because why in the hell wouldn't they? So we might get a lucky shot in here if we just fire a little bit. In the same vein, a couple of aircrafts in here probably wouldn't hurt.